Hello, welcome to our Cypress interview for February 2021. Today we have Brian Golson, who is a member of the Georgia Power team. He's an Engineer 1, distribution engineer, and today he will share the aspects of STEM and how he became an engineer and his path along from grade school to where he is now. So I would just like to say good morning, Brian. How are you doing?
Good morning. Thank you. How are you?
We're doing fine. So we can just start from the beginning. So what led you to um, pursuing a career as an engineer?
So I guess starting from the beginning, when I was younger, uh, in particular, took a trip to Texas. That's the first time I had been on an airplane. Actually, during a trip, we went to a airfield, and they allowed us to get on a smaller airplane. So it was from that moment that I didn't want to be a pilot, but I wanted to understand how the planes work, what made them fly. Uh, Going forward from there, I did take some piloting lessons through various programs. I participated in various STEM programs throughout growing up. In the high school, what really engaged my interest in engineering is become a member of the Fernbank Links robotics team, where we participated in uh, a competition called Best Robotics and First Robotics, and also being a member of the Vex Robotics team in my high school. So just doing that throughout my life gave me a real good aspect of what I want to do and something that I was passionate about.
Okay, so still at the beginning stages. So um, can you tell what were some of the key characteristics that drew you into the one to be a part of the STEM field?
So some of the key characteristics that drew me to the STEM field was, I guess, my thinking. I knew I was an outside the box thinker. I didn't. Uh, I challenged myself in different ways of thinking, which they said that most people, especially engineers, they think a different way. They don't think normally. They think of uh, not just how you get from A to Z, but different ways to get around it and finding different ways to get from A to Z, not just always trying to find a straight path. Or if you're going straight path, what makes up the straight path?
Uh, that's a great way to think. So could you say that being exposed to STEM at an early age prepared you for what you want to do as engineer at Georgia Power?
Yeah, so definitely getting exposed at a younger age helped me out and kind of define my career path. I don't think if I participated in some of those programs that I would be as interested in STEM, or even if I still had the general interest in STEM, I would have been as well versed on some of the topics and courses that I learned pursuing my undergraduate studies.
So what was your undergrad studies in?
It was in mechanical engineering.
Okay. So could you say that when you were in the program as an engineer, pursuing an engineer career in undergrad, that it helped you to prepare yourself into the career that you're in right now at Georgia Power?
Yes, definitely. So throughout college, my undergraduate school is Southern Polytechnic State University, now Kennesaw State. They definitely prepared me greater than as compared to like Georgia Tech or Auburn, because our school is more hands-on, so it's more lab-based. It's not as much theory-based. So you get the theory, but you also get the hands-on experience to see if you really like doing something. So we had a number of projects and design projects and things like that.
Okay. So you touched on before being a part of different STEM clubs. So I know that you were a part of 4-H all throughout grade school. Could you touch on why 4-H helped you and what did 4-H help you do to prepare yourself to get to the level that you're at now?
So 4-H helped me a lot out with my public speaking ability and the ability to create projects and the ability to to meet new friends from different ethnic backgrounds, races, religions, all of that. 4-H was a great component of that because it prepared you for the real world. Uh, During 4-H, we had to make something called portfolio. So portfolio is basically like your resume. So imagine I'm getting practice in elementary school on how to make a resume, as opposed to you have some people in college just now learn how to create a resume. But I've had that experience all my life, so it came natural to me. And that those writing skills and those public speaking skills help you out in interviews and help you stand aside from potential other contenders for a job.
Okay, so you would say that 4-H definitely was a key component to you learning about the STEM field, engaging in public service and public speaking, and help you out in your adult life.
Correct.
Okay, so quick analysis about Georgia Power. Could you explain what you do, or could you explain like a day in the life of working at Georgia Power, pre-COVID, undergrad, interning, and in the midst of the pandemic right now?
So Georgia Power is a public electric utility, a subsidiary of Southern Company. So under Southern Company, you have Georgia Power, Alabama Power, not Go Power, but Mississippi Power. So it's an electric company. Before I worked at Georgia Power as a co-op in college, I thought that, just Georgia Power, all they do is make electricity, but the company is so much more than just producing electricity. When I first started co-oping, I worked in a department called Fleet. So it was actually engineering different parts of the trucks and all the vehicles that we have to make sure that they're safe for the workers to go out, and improving specs to make everyone's job easier. So that's kind of what I did as a co-op and create some different work processes. So now as a distribution engineer, I get more on the electrical side. Kind of what distribution is kind of where the rubber meets the road. Distribution, the distribution power lines are what you see outside your homes, the wooden poles, the ones that always break or tend to break in times of storm or catastrophic events. Those are the ones that those people hit. So my overall role is a distribution engineer. I do go on storm duty. I do help lead teams to help restore power when power is out. But in my day-to-day role as a distribution engineer, I work with the Georgia Department of Transportation for Gwinnett County, and that's on the county level, but also the state of Georgia Department of Transportation for all projects in Gwinnett County, in the area that we call District 1, which comprises most of Northeast Georgia. So basically my job is to re-engineer if you have a new road, new highway, new intersection, new sidewalk, if they're coming in and we have poles in the way. Say if we have like 30 poles in the way, have to re-engineer a way that those 30 poles can go to get out of the way of the new road. And what comes along with that is get a lot of experience in governmental affairs, learn the laws of the government, learn how to read what you call civil engineering prints, dealing with acquiring property from landowners. So it's a lot that goes into it, but it's rewarding, and it's a lot of money that I'm dealing with.
Okay, I see that. A couple more things. Since you've been in Georgia Power, how many years have you worked for Georgia Power so far, as far as interning years and years post graduation?
So I interned from co-op from 2016 to 2017, and I started working full time upon graduating undergrad in 2017.
Okay, so I know you have had a lot of interesting times and experiences. Could you just give us one example of the most fun or most interesting times since you've been with Georgia Power? It could be a lunch or whatever. One of the most interesting times that you had at Georgia Power.
So I would say my most interesting times where I probably have best like my best time, but I'm also very tired is during storm experiences because you're out there in that front line, you're seeing everything, and it gives you joy and excitement that you're the one that's restoring power back to these people's homes. If you could imagine somebody being without power for 3, 4 days and how grateful they are when you restore the power back on, so restore the power on, so it gives you a heartwarming feeling every time that happens.
So, being that Cypress is a 4-H program, 4-H based program, uh, in the closing up, could you please give any advice to any middle school 4-Hers across the globe? What would your advice be to middle school 4-H students?
Um, to make the best better.
Yeah,
uh,
that's the 4-H
that,
motto.
that, but the things that they're teaching you in 4-H are very good skills. Listen to your 4-H club leaders. They're steering you on the right direction so that you are successful in life. It may seem like it's not the most popular thing because all your friends aren't doing it at the time, but in the end result, the people that I know in 4-H have gone on to be pretty successful, pursuing uh, numbers of degrees and doctorate degrees. So stick with it, have fun with it, use 4-H so you can get the most out of it.
And when I'll say thank you again for taking time out your busy day to come speak with our Cypress students. Again, Brian, we thank you again and have a good day.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right.